Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you the intermediate campaign setup. Now, one thing I like to do is I like to start all my campaigns for a product with the same number. So I'm going to create another campaign, but I'm going to keep that same number in there, and I'm just going to put -1 because this is going to be another campaign, but it's going to that product. So, okay, so -1, -2, -3, -4, you can keep doing it. And that way, when you type 003 into the search in Ads Manager, you can get a summary of all your expenses for that one product very easily. Okay, so that's just something to remember. So a good thing to do, just to keep it organized. Anyway, under the traffic thing, this time we're going to assume we have a couple sales, and our pixel has got some data. So now we're moving to intermediate, which is conversions as a campaign objective. So here, I'm going to name our campaign. That's campaign, and then the ad set. Then I put the optimization type, and then which is purchase, and then the date. And again, we can go through and create all the different ad sets. So we can keep them the same, or we can expand further. For our purposes, we'll just kind of go through and create similar to what we did on the beginner one, but we're targeting a different segment of the audience because we're using the conversion objective instead of the other one. So I'm going to open this in a new window over here, just so that I can keep an eye on what we're doing here. So before we get started, the intermediate is 5 ad sets, $25 daily budget each instead of 5, auto bid, interest-based targeting, but here's the difference. Well, 25 and the website conversion are the difference, and we're going to run it to the same ad again that we used in testing. So keeping it kind of the same, but not quite completely the same. So let's go into our ad set. So up here, if we type 3-1, that'll make sure we're just in this campaign. Now I click it, and I click edit. And here's the difference. So now we want to select a conversion event. So we're going to go purchase. And right now it's red. That just means they're going to give you a warning because they haven't received any activity. But that will go green as soon as you get a purchase. And here we're going to select our daily budget at 25. And again, since it is the evening, good practice is to start it the next day at 12 o'clock a.m. and United States again. So this is a campaign style if you want to be a little bit more aggressive with your money and you've got some pixel fires already on the pixel. So you can't jump right into this if you don't have anything going on yet. So I'll just do the same stuff here. Sun, and I think it was fishing. You could change this up to do different interests, but for just demonstration purposes only, I'll show you the same stuff. Again, edit the placements, click those side arrows, uncheck everything except for feeds. That's pretty much standard practice. And then down here, and again, another warning, but we're going to leave it on auto. We're going to use 7-day window. You can play around with this, but I've always found 7-day, the default setting works best. So leave that all the same. And now here, we're going to go sun and fishing. And then we'll go to our ad, and we'll edit the ad. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to select my page. And then use existing post, and I should be able to get the post in here. It's right there. And again, tracking IDs. So it's 3-1 this time instead of just straight up 3. And you can see my pixel's green, so I've got people that have viewed it, probably Facebook itself, but that's fine. I'm going to do 4 duplicates of this. So we'll call this number 2. And this one is going to be hunting. So that's the only change I'm going to make down here is hunting. Let's grab this one, edit, paste, and change that to a 2. And go back here and do a duplicate. So you see there's a lot of duplication involved, and this one was Cabela's. This one. You can see other stores come up. You can certainly test the other ones too. Changes to a 3. There we go. Number 3. Alright, now we're rolling. A couple more here. This one was fatherhood. And change that. Change it to a 4. Select all. We add and edit it. And this is number 4. And do one more duplicate. And this one is the one we just did with happiness. So let's put that in here. There we go. Oops. Change that to a 5. Go here, edit, paste. And scroll down, change that to a 5. And then, if we're satisfied with that, we just hit review changes and we upload. So now, you can do, you could actually do the beginner and the intermediate campaign at the same time, because they are different objectives, and that's fine. One's going to spend 25 a day, the beginner. This one is going to spend 125 a day, so you'll be spending 150 a day on this product if you're doing both. But getting the post engagement up is always a good thing, and then we do want to keep an eye on this post too. So if I hit reload, we might see something. No, nothing yet. But you do want to keep an eye on this, and we'll show this in the future, but we want to make sure that we're pruning, actually deleting any bad comments in here, and then banning the user from our posts in the future. So I'll show you how to do that too. So I think I am going to let these two run, because I'm pretty confident that it will work. And even if it doesn't, I mean, it's worth a test to me. So there we go. So there's number 3, the beginner. There's number 3-1, which is the intermediate. And now we can do the advanced. And the advanced I think you're really going to like, because it gets pretty aggressive. So we'll show you in the next one. And then I think what I'll do is I'll do a separate video on how to manage these things every day. And then we'll do a video on scaling them, just to make sure that you have all your bases covered. Because the setup is one thing, management is another, and scaling is another.